Miss Crum, who is this?
This is my nephew Curtis. He was with me throughout the trip that we are here for today.
Who do you live with?
My husband.
Is he here as well?
No, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I am a retired nurse. I was injured on the job 4 years ago and unable to return to work.
How old are you?
42.
You collect any sort of disability?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And as some sort of a side business, you do tropical fish?
As a hobby, I have several...
It's more than a hobby, because it's clearly more than a hobby, because that's why we're here. Everybody was supposed to make money on this little project.
As far as the only money that I get from this hobby is to keep my fish tanks going. I don't sell for a profit. The only time I sell fish are when I need supplies for my fish tank, whether it be filters, fish food, chemicals.
I breed fish in my home as a hobby. I sell my fish to pay for all the expenses related to the activity. Met James a couple of years ago at a local fish auction. Is that where she met you?
No, ma'am.
Where did she meet you?
She actually met me through the Erie County Tropical Fish Club Facebook page. We didn't actually meet in person until April of this year.
And so I want you to tell me, you met on a Facebook page, but in April, how did you meet?
I had been looking for the last couple of years to get a new stock of angels just to have them because I enjoy
stock of what?
Angelfish, because I enjoy them as a hobby, and I knew she was a local breeder that had great knowledge to the community.
Are those giant angelfish or are they small angelfish?
Full size, they get about 6 to 8 inches max.
That's big.
Yeah.
So these are big tanks that they're in.
Yes.
Yes.
And tell me something, Mr. Dawson, how much do you pay for one of these angelfish?
If you get them as in fry size, you can pay 50 cents to $1. They range up to several $100s.
Did you ever buy fish from Miss Crum?
No, I did not.
Do you breed anything other than angelfish?
I have several different kinds of fish, Your Honor. I don't necessarily breed them. I have cichlid fish called mabunas, different varieties. I have a tank of discus fish. I have some higher-end guppies, bristlenose plecos, a few different varieties of those.
How many tanks do you have in your house?
I have 2 large 75-gallon tanks, a 55-gallon tank, a 29-gallon tank, and at the current moment I have 3 10-gallon tanks set up. I also have betta fish.
Okay, now you're going to tell me why you're suing both Mr. Doss and Mr. Freed.
Mr. Doss had asked me to attend what's called the American Reef and Reptile Convention in Hampton, Virginia. This was to help him promote his store, and I supplied a good deal of the fish for him.
He has a store that sells, among other things, tropical fish.
Actually, he never opened his store. This was to help him get his store opened and up and running. I also helped him with the Facebook page when he first started the Facebook page for his store.
Well, you have a Facebook page also, yes?
Just my private Facebook page, yes.
But it doesn't have anything to do with fish.
I do post pictures of my fish on there from time to time, yes.
Is that how you found her?
Yes, I actually found her through the Tropical Fish Club of Erie County. Their Facebook page, they have a group page, and that's where I found her.
Through an advertisement?
I don't.
We belonged to,
Just being a
at
member.
the time, we belonged.
Excuse me.
Just being a member.
You're a member of the club.
Right, they're members of the club.
And how are you related to him?
I'm his uncle.
Do you work together in this fish business?
No.
I'm helping him out whenever he needs help. I
How do you help him?
Example.
Shh! I didn't ask you anything.
make phone calls for him, or I'll feed the fish in the house. At the Expo, I took care of the money. You know, people bought something, I took the money.
Who did they buy something from? The
Them.
two of them.
Yes,
So they each brought fish to sell at the Expo.
yes,
And the Expo required you traveling to the Expo.
yes.
How many days did it take you to get there?
It took one night.
Did you have to stay over?
We stayed over the night after the show.
And did you stay at a hotel or a motel?
Yes, ma'am.
Who paid for that?
Kendra did.
Why?
We didn't have any money at the time. My Social Security didn't come until after the event.
Did you tell her that?
Yes, she was aware of that.
No, I didn't ask you, was she aware of that? I asked you whether you told her that your Social Security wasn't coming until after the event.
I do not know the answer to that because I didn't tell her. Jimmy and Kendra did most of the arrangements.
Okay, but you told Jimmy that your Social Security
Yes.
wasn't coming until afterwards.
Yes, ma'am.
Which presupposes that there was an agreement that you would share the expenses. And you said to him, well, my Social Security's not coming till after the event, so I can't pay for my share until after the event.
Correct.
That sounds right.
Correct.
Perfect. So Jimmy was supposed to pay for his share of the transportation and hotel, etc. Also,
Correct.
did he pay? That would be a no. Hand down.